Welcome to Fluent Journey, where learning English becomes an exciting adventure. Today, we're going to kickstart a thrilling journey together. Whether you're new to the language or just looking to refresh your skills, this video is the perfect place to begin. English can sometimes feel like a complicated maze, but trust me, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear path to follow. So, grab your headphones, sit back, and let's dive into the world of English, step by step. Now, if you're an absolute beginner, you might be wondering, where do I even start? It's a valid question, and it's something many learners have faced. English is spoken by millions of people around the world, and its global presence makes it a powerful language to learn. But with so many resources available, where do you even begin? Well, today we'll break it down and show you how to start this exciting language learning journey from the very beginning. Whether you're learning English for travel, work, or just to connect with others, we'll guide you through everything you need to know. First and foremost, it's important to understand that English, like any language, is built from smaller components: sounds, words, phrases, and grammar rules. When you first start learning English, you don't need to worry too much about grammar rules or writing essays. Instead, focus on the basics, learning to speak and understand the language. Start with learning the alphabet. This might seem basic, but it's essential. The English alphabet has 26 letters, and you'll use them to form words. You'll want to be familiar with how each letter sounds, because learning how to pronounce words correctly is one of the most important skills you'll develop as a beginner. Before you start forming words, it's crucial to familiarize yourself with English sounds. The English language has many vowel and consonant sounds that may not exist in your native language. For example, sounds like th in think or this might be unfamiliar, but don't worry. With practice, you'll get the hang of it. A good way to start is by listening to English audio every day. Try to repeat after the speaker, mimicking the sounds you hear. This practice is often called shadowing. It's one of the best ways to improve your pronunciation and start feeling more comfortable with the language. Next, we move on to vocabulary, the building blocks of any language. As an absolute beginner, it's important to learn common words that you'll use in everyday conversations. Start with simple nouns, such as names of objects you interact with daily, like book, phone, water, and table. Then, move on to verbs like eat, sleep, run, and speak. Once you're comfortable with the basic vocabulary, you can start building sentences. It's always a good idea to learn words in context, not just in isolation. For example, instead of just memorizing the word apple, learn the phrase, "I want an apple," or "this is an apple." This will help you better understand how words are used in real-life conversations. Once you've got the hang of vocabulary, it's time to put those words together into simple sentences. Learning common greetings and basic phrases is a great way to start speaking English. Phrases like, "How are you?" "What's your name?" "Where are you from?" and "I don't understand" are all useful and will help you start interacting with people in English right away. When you start speaking, don't worry too much about making mistakes. The key here is to practice speaking as much as you can. You'll improve faster if you try to use the language, even if it's just a few simple sentences at first. It's more important to practice than to be perfect. Mistakes are a part of the learning process, and every mistake is an opportunity to improve. Another essential part of learning English is improving your listening skills. You'll want to expose yourself to as much spoken English as possible. Watch English language movies, TV shows, or YouTube videos. Listen to English podcasts, audiobooks, and songs. The more you hear, the more you'll start to understand how the language sounds when spoken naturally. Listening is key because it helps you get used to the rhythm and intonation of English. You'll also start to pick up on common phrases and idioms used in everyday conversation. Over time, you'll find that understanding spoken English becomes much easier. Reading is another important skill that will help you improve your English. As a beginner, you can start by reading simple texts, such as children's books, short stories, or articles written for beginners. These texts are designed to be easy to understand, with simple vocabulary and sentence structures. As you read, try to look up words you don't know. Make a list of new words and phrases, and practice using them in sentences. This will help you increase your vocabulary and reinforce your learning. At this point, you might be wondering when you should start learning grammar. Well, the truth is that grammar is important, but as an absolute beginner, you don't need to focus on it too much in the beginning. English grammar can be complex, but don't worry. You can start with simple grammar rules that will help you form sentences. For example, you can learn the basic sentence structure: subject plus verb plus object. This is the foundation of English sentences. You can also start learning verb tenses, like the present simple tense, e.g., I eat, past simple tense, e.g., I ate, and future tense, e.g., I will eat. These basic rules will help you start building grammatically correct sentences. One of the best ways to improve your English is to practice speaking with others. If you don't know anyone who speaks English, don't worry. There are many online platforms where you can practice speaking with other learners or even native speakers. Websites like italki, HelloTalk, and language exchange apps offer opportunities to practice English through conversations. You can also try practicing with yourself. Record your voice while speaking in English, listen to it, and try to identify areas where you can improve. This will help you become more comfortable speaking and build your confidence. Learning English, like any skill, takes time and dedication. Don't expect to be fluent overnight. Instead, focus on practicing consistently every day, even if it's just for 10 to 15 minutes. The more you practice, the faster you'll improve. Remember that everyone learns at their own pace, so don't compare yourself to others. Set small, achievable goals for yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. Whether it's mastering a new word, being able to have a short conversation, or understanding a song in English, every achievement is a step forward. Language and culture go hand in hand. As you continue to learn English, take the time to learn about the cultures of English-speaking countries. This will help you better understand the language and give you more context when you learn new words and phrases. Explore the traditions, history, and way of life in places like the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada. Understanding the culture behind the language can make learning English more enjoyable and meaningful. It can also help you connect with native speakers on a deeper level. Finally, one of the most important things to remember when learning English is this: don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are a natural part of the learning process. If you're not making mistakes, then you're probably not pushing yourself enough. Every time you make a mistake, you have the chance to learn something new. So, don't be afraid to try, and don't let fear hold you back. The more you practice, the fewer mistakes you'll make and the more confident you'll become in your English skills. So, there you have it. Starting your English journey might seem overwhelming at first, but it's all about taking small steps and staying consistent. The key to success is to keep practicing, stay motivated, and most importantly, enjoy the process. English is a beautiful language, and by learning it, you're opening doors to endless possibilities. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope you feel inspired to take the first step in your English learning adventure. Remember, language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. With each new word, phrase, and sentence you learn, you're getting closer to your goal. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fluent Journey for more exciting stories and helpful tips to improve your English. I'll see you in the next video, and together, we'll continue this amazing journey of language learning. Happy learning!